Hello everybody, it's Shot here, and welcome back to another Cooking Simulator 5-star tutorial. In this tutorial today, I will be showing you how to get a 5-star quality on the upgraded version of the earlier Fusilli Aglio, Olio, e Peperoncino, blended Fusilli Aglio, Olio, e Peperoncino. I do apologize if my pronunciation is not exactly the greatest on that, but I'm trying the best I can. But anyways, to get started, the ingredients that we are going to need for this recipe is for the dried chili pepper, we're going to need 2 chili peppers. We're going to need for the pasta, fusilli, salt, cayenne pepper powder, olive oil, and water. As well as later on parsley leaves from the herb shelf over there and garlic from the larder over there. So, to start this recipe off, we're going to go ahead and fill both of these pots, which yes, you will need 2 pots and a pan for this. But we are going to fill both pots with a certain amount of water. The first one, we want 1 liter of water in. Close enough like that. And the second one, we are going to want 500 milliliters of water in. Roughly like that. You can go a little bit over and it won't hurt the recipe. And then for the 1 liter pot, we want to add in 5 grams of salt. And we want to portion out some fusilli and get 160 grams of this. Now, it seems to always pour out a bit extra than you're wanting. So, we have 180 grams, we need 160 grams, so we can take 2 pieces out and just throw it in the trash. And take our bowl of fusilli and pour it straight into our pot. After that, we just want to boil this for 30 seconds. And then with this pot, we're going to come over to the larder. And we want 4 pieces, or 40 grams of garlic. And we also want to boil this now for 30 seconds. And then, in the meantime, well, once these are done, I want to wait for these to be done so I don't accidentally have to rush between places. But that one done. With this one done, we want to just take all the fusilli out just like the last time and transfer it into our casserole dish, and then we are going to work on our water later. And with this one done, what we want to do is we want to take our food processor container right here, fill this with 20 milliliters of olive oil, and then we can take this and we can take out our garlic from this pot. And then we want to come over to the food processor, blend this, and we are done with that. So now we're going to set this here for now and portion out the reserve water for later, which we want 50 milliliters. So once again, to be as precise as possible, I'm going to take 2 bowls and just split it between each other until I get as close to 50 as possible. As you can see, there's a lot of water already on the oh boy, there's going to be even more water by the end of this on the countertops. That was the word I was trying to think of. That's good enough. We've got 48 there, and we've got 55 here, so we'll just get rid of the higher number, or the farthest off number. And in the meantime, before we work on this, actually what I can do is just add all the stuff into it. So we want to take everything that we've done so far, the reserve water, this garlic mixture, and we want to pour all of this into this pan. So we're going to put that mixture in there. Then we're going to take our reserve water and pour that in there. And we also want to put in 5 grams of cayenne pepper and 2 things of parsley leaves, or 4 grams, and then also all of the fusilli. We're going to do that, and now we're going to let that set for a second, because now we want to work on our chili pepper. This is very precise, because it tells you to cut your chili peppers into quarters. Now, because of the curve of it, in my experience, you can't realistically cut a chili pepper into quarters, but you can cut it into 4 pieces, just like this. You can't quarter it like you would a lemon or something. So that's what we're going to do, is we're going to cut each chili pepper into 4 pieces with 3 cuts, just like this. So, 1, 2, 3, hopefully. That seems to have worked. Yep, and that's good enough for the first one. Then we want to take our second one and cut the same way, so we want 1, 2. Then turn your knife a little bit just to match the curve of the pepper, and 3. And now we can finally do this. So we have our mixture, which was the garlic mixture and the water, our fusilli and our parsley, along with our cayenne pepper, and we just want to boil this for 30 seconds. Just like this. And with the rest of the water, if you're planning on using this for later, if you're planning on using these pots for later, you don't need the water in them anymore, and you can go ahead and get rid of that in the meantime. And we can go and move this back over here to make some room, because once this is done, we are going to bring our pan over here to the casserole dish. Just like that. Now that this is done, we are going to take our pan and transfer everything from in this pan, the mixture, the parsley leaves, and the fusilli, into our pan. So you want all of that mixture, and then you can just take the dish, take the casserole dish, and grab all that fusilli, and then grab your parsley leaves, and then we can grab all of this chili pepper and transfer it in. Then we're going to, last but not least, of course, bring the dish over to our order window and send this out. And this should be a perfect 5-star blended Fusilli Aglio, Olio, and Peperoncino. And everything was absolutely perfect. Now, one thing I will state before I end this video off, the thing that you'll want to be the most careful with is the dried chili pepper portion. Because the chili pepper cuts, if you get a bad cutting technique, is the only thing that has prevented me previously from getting a 5-star on this recipe. So be very careful when you're cutting your chili peppers, or else you might not get a 5-star. But anyways, guys, I hope that this tutorial was helpful to all of you, and if it was, be sure to drop a like on the video, and if you know anyone else that might benefit from these kinds of tutorials, then be sure to share the video around with them. It'll help them out a lot, hopefully. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye, everybody.